tells me I do.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, thank you. So this is a follow-up from Ines' presentation because I will share with you my insights, my experience, because I'm working with Eara for quite some years now, and I've seen a lot of good stories, gained a lot of good communication experience, and as we were talking about any bad experience, I think in all of those years, I only got one negative comment. So it's not that scary. So for those who don't know me yet from the first part of the webinar, I'm coming from University of Ljubljana. I'm a member of Tea Time Cost Action and also of several other associations and societies. And for the Eara, I can say I've been working as an ambassador for 6 years now. What does that actually mean? So I'm actually representing Slovenia and Slovenia's animal research in the whole European network. Good to say here is that Eara has broadened now to also outside Europe, so to USA and so on. And this European network is broadening to the whole worldwide one. And I think that's very good for our small country like Slovenia is. What actually do I do as an ambassador? I try promoting our science worldwide by highlighting ethical research and ethical methods, modern methods that are used, and other scientific contributions. This looks like that. I'm posting on platform X twice a day. That's just an agreement with Eara. So my main focus is every day to look for some novelties, new publications regarding Slovenian science. So I'm approaching this like a true researcher. I'm using PubMed and other databases for publications, and I'll search for different animal models that are all in use in Slovenia. And I have to say, in all these years, I have never had any problems with finding new publications using animal models in Slovenia. So I can encouragingly say that Slovenia has very good science, and it still needs to a bit more promotion to be widely open to the rest of the world. And with this kind of activity, I think we can engage a lot, not only with the public, but also with fellow researchers, institutions, to connect people and to collaborate further on. So here on the left, there's just a screenshot of the profile I use for Slovenia on X. So we have Eara SL. I do post mainly in Slovene because my primarily audience is Slovenian researchers and public, but I do also post in English because this is how we get a lot of more of engagement. People don't need to translate the posts, and I think I can say we elevate the connectiveness between Slovenian research and European research, and also between researchers themselves. They reconnect, they go abroad to do research to another lab this way, and a lot of useful connections can be done by finding an interesting post about an interesting research on X. So here are a few screenshots of the posts I regularly do. And all of these you see, this one uses zebrafish. Here they used rats. They are all from Slovenian researchers. These are with mice. I always use visuals, like Ines mentioned before. Visuals are very important here. And I most often use the graphical abstracts from the publication or the first or any other picture from the publication. If not, then I have to say we need to generate a new one, which is much more hard to do, but later on, I think we can learn today how to use AI to ease this work for us. So in all of these posts, you have a sentence about the importance of the study. So why the study is important for the broader public, not only for science itself, because, you know, science, it's never doing research for itself. It's for the community and getting the work better. So the importance of the research is mentioned first, and then always the link to directly to access the publication is added. And of course, we mustn't forget to use the hashtags. The hashtags are those keywords that attract readers. So if you go to X and you're interested, I don't know, in studying a specific disease in zebrafish, you can enter those keywords or hashtags in the search cell in the X, and it will give you all the posts about zebrafish. And that's how very useful it is to like filter the posts. You don't need to scroll down all the topics. And when you disseminate your own work, just make sure you provide the right hashtags. It will ease your work a lot. So here I have a table with some general message tailoring advice. This is the topic we mainly covered in the first part of the webinar in January. But just to remind you now that you always need to tailor your message depending on what audience you're targeting. Using social media, you can target public, but also policymakers and journalists, and also students are present there. So this middle column, what they need, is important. You need to tailor the message so you attract the right readers. Like Ines mentioned, clear message and concise is of utmost importance. Then visuals, of course. And here I'm giving you some of the most frequently used hashtags I'm using that may be of help to you if you're just starting this posting activity. However, you also have to be aware how to fight misinformation. Now, at our very last lecture of this webinar, we will have a session about this. But here I will only mention it, that with correct scientific posts, you can tackle a lot of myths that are circulating in social media and are really, really bad. And with your knowledge as a researchers or head of facilities and so on, you can do a lot of good change by posting correct information about animal research on the web. So why am I doing this? Yeah, I was thinking how to explain to you the easiest way. And I think I have found 4 important things why I'm doing this. So as a researcher from a very small country, I'm very eager to increase the visibility of Slovenian science, of course. Further on, as I've mentioned, the connections that are made, the new connections with researchers, institutions abroad, and also journalists, all help researchers themselves and also other countries in improving their science. Moreover, then we have the public. So we are making the public support greater, because they don't know a lot of animal research, and if they see some correct information on the web, it is much easier to improve their acceptance and to lower any other bad misinformation circulating around. And of course, the recognition of ethical standards in my country and also all other countries that other ambassadors are coming from, this is also important. So this would be my main and ending message, as you hear and see now. So every country in Europe has its own ambassador, and we are all playing a key role here in bridging the gap between the society and the science. So it's not only about animal research, this can also be transferred to any other scientific field. The techniques are the same, the limitations are the same, but I think the key wish here, or the main task here, is the same in all scientific fields. So we are the bridge that I hope will be enlarged with the next years with this kind of educational activities.